Hey guys. I hope everybody's having a super Saturday. Uh-oh, did I hit that button? I always forget if I push the button or not. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a super Saturday so far. I've got some awesome finds here from this creek week. And I don't know where all these little tiny ants are coming from. There's no food out here. I don't know what the heck they're after. I guess they want my rocks. Oh, my spray bottle, that's what I need. I knew I was forgetting something. Look at these beautiful smoky crystals that I found. I don't find smokies that often, and these are actually real smokies because it has been cleaned and ironed out, and that's how I know that they're smokies, because the smoky quartz, when it has this color, it's trapped on the inside, so you're able to clean the outside and still maintain that smoky color. It was beautiful. Let's see if I can get it a little closer. I was surprised that they weren't all broken up. You see where the rest of the rock had broken and weathered. This is the middle of the rock, the inside. See some, I don't know, mica or pyrite there, it looks like. I just absolutely love those smoky crystals, and these ones are all in beautiful shape too, as you can see. I was looking at them under magnification, and they are just stunning. It's like a little world inside of there. I hope everybody enjoyed the Creek Week Challenge as much as I did, because I had a blast. This is some type of fossil. I don't know my fossils that well. It reminds me of that one. I always forget. I say it wrong. It looks like a piece of lettuce. Flavitus. Something. I always forget how to say it, but this side seems to have something right here. I can't quite make it out. It was a really nice fossil, nice crisp edges on there and stuff. It was pretty cool. Sticking with fossils, there's another one. I'm not getting any chat for some reason, guys, so if you're saying anything, I'm totally not ignoring you. I just don't have any coming up. I thought this one was a fossil, but I was kind of like looking at the edges of it, and it almost looks, stop focusing on everything back there. Almost looks wood-like in there. See what I mean? But it feels like a chert. Might be able to see the banding in there a little better now that it's wet. All right, let me see if I can refresh this and so I can get this chat to come up. Well, it doesn't seem to be working. Sorry, guys. If you are saying something, I promise you I'm not ignoring you. I'm just not receiving any chat on my end. This one, I believe, is a fossil cast. It is raised. It feels like a little shell or something like that, maybe. But when I look at it under magnification, it's the same material as this host rock. So it makes me think that this is a mudstone and the shell or what have you was on top and left as cast. Got all kinds of fun stuff to share. And I've got some amazing finds that I did not find on camera. And two of them I absolutely know with unequivocally that they are artifacts. I don't have any way to prove it, but I just know that it's an artifact. Here's one of the ones that I found, day 4, I think it was. You see that beautiful edge on there? Definitely some tool marks. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. I'm not sure what if this would have been like, you hold it like this. Or if it would have been a piece that was hafted. Because it kind of looks like it has a spot here where it could have been hafted. Right there. I'm still learning. I'm trying to recognize these tool marks. So I'm still at the early stages, but I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. Some of you might remember this beautiful piece. Look at that yellow. Isn't that amazing? This one was laying right on top of the creek bank. Just blinging in the sun. I was like, no way. Oh, that was not my funny bone. Why do they call it a funny bone? See, there's still no chat coming up, and I'm not sure why. Let me make sure I didn't hit the wrong button. I'm notorious for hitting wrong buttons. Oh, it says all messages. Mr. C, good to see you. How are you? I was worried my chat wasn't working. This one, I'm almost positive, is a piece of agatized wood. If not, it's definitely agate because I can see banding in there. Thank you. Appreciate that. I hope you're having a super Saturday yourself. So you could see that looks really wood-like. It looks like wood structure right in there to me. Excuse me. Just going over all the finds from this week during Creek Week. I've got a bunch of worked pieces that I found here. A couple of those I didn't find on camera, and they are epic. These are some of the little guys. Found a lot of these, I call them cool fossils, nodules. I love them. Doing good. Finally got the lawn mowed between the heat and the smoke, and I had 2 weeks off being cut, and it was a bit long. Oh, I bet. Well, I'm glad you got a little bit of a break from that smoke, man. Whew, I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get that new blade so I can start cutting some of them open. It was fugly here for a while. I haven't heard that word in a long time. This one seems to have some wood structure. The only thing I don't understand is these pieces I'm finding. Some of them, when I cut them open, they don't seem like wood on the inside. So I'm wondering if maybe they might be a type of cast or maybe pre-mineralized wood. This one, I don't think this one had wood grain, but there's a couple of them here where I can see what appears to be wood grain. And I've cut some of them open that I've found before, and they don't seem like wood on the inside, like these. Camels chunky hair was getting old. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't even imagine. I've never had to experience that myself, so. I call them tricksters. And I found a couple of these. I found a couple this shape already on previous trips. It's a weird shape, and it's super smooth. It's got a little bit of a curve to it. And this one seems to be the kind of same material. The weird part is last year all we heard was wildfires, almost zero smoke, and this year we were so sick. It was so thick you could cut it, and hardly any news. Yeah, I didn't even know about it until you said something. And I still haven't heard anything about it. But I don't watch like regular, like cable TV. I'm always on YouTube. It's my TV, so. Look, I already show you a sneak peek while there's not a bunch of people in here. The Shoops are doing their cupcake challenge, and I started mine. This is my very first amethyst that I've ever cut and faceted. I'm super proud of the way it turned out. Let me see. There's the sun. And I don't have the proper machines to do it, so I was doing this all with a Dremel and just by eye. See that beautiful color contrast in there, that banding. I don't either. All this stuff last year was on YouTube. Oh, really? Cool bean. Thank you. I appreciate it. It turned out really nicely. It was shinier until I've been touching it with my fingers. But I wanted to work with, I think I was telling you, the slabs of jades that my in-laws gave me. And I've got some amethyst. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to make a cupcake out of that. These ones seem to be, I don't know, like, they almost look like a fossil-furious chert. They are. This one seems like a normal shape, I guess. But it was a little bit different, so I kept it, picked it up. Oh, I have to show you one of these beautiful ones that I cut open. Don't mind the cutting job because I used an old blade that I shouldn't even be cutting with because it's so dull. But look at that beautiful red in there. There we go. Trying to get the buckets. I honestly thought this was going to be a sandstone. That's why I had cut it open. Because I was looking for a piece of sandstone. It took me like almost 45 minutes to cut that rock open. I know it was at least 30 because I had to do it for a little while and stop, and do it for a little while and stop. Miner, good to see you, Miner. How are you? I hope you... Oh, what is with these ants? I hope you're having a super Saturday. Let's see, what else do we got here? There is I've got a bunch of these little nodules. This one's pretty weathered. You got all kinds of little goodies going all through them. What have you been up to, Miner? Did you make it out to your claim? I think this one's kind of good looking as well. Maybe not. It doesn't seem to be too organized. Just look like it for a second. Oh. Oh, this big one. Wait till you guys see this. I don't know how many of you saw the actual hunt. I think it was the first day or the second day I found that really big nodule in the creek. It cleaned up really nicely. That side's a little weathered. Look at this. It came out really clean. This is after like 2 days of soaking and scrubbing with iron out. Oh, cool. Nope, had family stuff come up. August 15th will be up and I'll grab you some cool rocks. Oh, cool. Thank you. I know you're excited to go. I thought that this stuff here was sandstone for the longest time until I got these glasses, these magnifying things. And now that I can look at the rocks closer, I can tell that that's in all crystals. Even where you don't see crystals, it's all crystallized. But it feels all rough, so for the longest time I thought it was sandstone. Oh, cool. Thank you. I just did my first amethyst piece. Look, I showed Mr. C. I'll show you. This is my very first one that I cut and faceted. I hadn't done it before. And that's with my big 7-inch saw. I took that big piece of, well, it's not big. It's just a, I don't know, like finger size piece of amethyst. And I cut a chunk off and my Dremel and faceted it. And that's my very first one that I did. It's a teensy bit crooked, but I'm also doing it with, no measuring equipment or anything, just by eye. So just cut the end off of this chevron. I wonder if that is quartzite. You said it feels like sandstone, right? Yet, like this one and these nodules that I find, they feel like at first they feel rough like a sandstone, but if you look at them under magnification, they're just little crystals all together. Like chalcedony, maybe? Or is it? Yeah, chalcedony. I think that's what. We don't technically have quartzite. We have stuff like quartzite. So, I mean, I guess that's what it could be. I'm not sure. Like some parts, it'll feel smooth and then definitely find you an agate jasper and quartz crystals, pyrite. Oh, cool. Like this one is the same thing. It like, it doesn't feel smooth and waxy like a chert or smooth like a agate or anything. It's got a rough texture to it, but when you look under, well, you might be able to see it on camera, it's all crystallized. This one's got some lines in it right here. Oh, I might have to get it wet. I'm trying not to move too much, but I'm trying to follow the sun. On that corner there's actual raised lines on it. Some rainbow jasper. Oh, I've never heard of rainbow jasper. Oh, you mean polychrome jasper? Are those the same thing? I don't know them all. This one seemed kind of agate-y, fossilish. I don't know, it just had a weird shape to it. I think, oh yeah, this one had smoky quartz in it too. I can find the sun. There we go. They said I don't find the smoky quartz as much. I actually find a lot of the clear or the iron stain, different ones like that. But the smoky ones, I don't find that often. That's those druzy crystals. That's fine. Oh, I found another one. They both look very similar. This one doesn't seem to have as obvious work marks as the last one. Like it seems like it was worked. I'm not sure. Versus this one, I could tell the edges that were worked, but they're the same shape and kind of cut. And they were found on different days in different areas of the creek. But they both have this really kind of straight edge. It's super sharp. I know that Chert can break super sharp, but those edges just seem too rhythmic. I think about it tumbling down to the creek and breaking. I would think like there'd be a big break here, a little break there, a couple chips here. That seems to have almost a pattern. Lisa, good to see you. Lisa, how are you? Happy Saturday to you too. Hit that like button, everyone. Thank you, Miner. This one was in the thumbnail. It's another piece that seems to have been worked. Let's see if I can get it on camera. The edge going along here. And then there was another spot. Where is it? Is it this side? And again, it's just a strange shape for it to be natural. It could be, but Evacuate on my screen, lots of it in western Arkansas. This one or this one? I know that we have some here, I just don't know how to tell it apart. Like, I know these two are both different. I know one's gonna probably be Chert, one's gonna be an evacuate, but I don't know how to tell them apart. This one feels smoother. This one feels colder, like Jasper. Both. Look at this one. This one is the bestest, most epic find that I have found here, and I did not find that this week on camera. Are you guys ready? I know this piece was worked. Yeah, I knew about the knife sharpener ones, but I just don't know how to tell when they're both white like that. I don't know how to tell them apart. That is so sharp right there. I wonder if this marking right here going up where it looks like wrinkled skin, if that's a sign of the rock being worked, because I find some with that on there, and I was thinking they were worked, but I'm not sure. I about fell out when I found this one. There was like this much of it sticking up, but the tip of it was all shiny, kind of like this, like how this one was in the sun, all shiny. It looks like I polished it, but I didn't. That's how I found it. That's how the end of this one was, see? Just barely sticking up like that, and I just thought it was going to be a broken piece. I wish I would have gotten it on camera. You guys should have seen me out there dancing in the middle of the creek like a crazy lady. This one I did find on camera. This one I found closer to my house, actually. See that curve on there? I think I put this one in a thumbnail too, because it shows those marks up at the top real clear. Yeah, I've been trying to read about our local history with the Native Americans here. We had a lot of the Mound Indians, and I can't remember the name. And even if I remember the name, I wouldn't be able to say it right. They were a smaller stature here on Dutch Creek. And it makes sense. A lot of the pieces that I find are a lot smaller versus some that I see other channels find. Like they find like an arrowhead and they're like this big, you know, big old spearheads and stuff. I only find small ones. Plume Bayou. This one I think is part of a larger piece. It looks like the top broke. See that perfect angle on there? It looks like it was the base to something. See that perfect indentation on the side there? This one has it too, just not as neat. That looks just like Nevacula I see in Swing County creeks. The gray one there. This one, Or that gray one. I know it's Chert that's been recrystallized. I know that much. And I know that like what you were talking about, the dark gray ones or gray ones, whichever ones. I know they use them for whetstones, but I see both, but the dark one is more like in saline. Oh, cool. This is another piece. I'm not sure if this one's worked or not, but it's freaking pretty. I know that. Like, that seems like it could just be a regular break. I'm not sure. But I'm still learning how to identify them because it's not easy. And then with the older pieces, it's even harder because they didn't have the tool marks on them. So I've possibly found some older pieces, not these, but some other ones that I've found and just can't identify them. But this one almost has that same, what do you call that, like uniface or whatever, that mark going down the middle where it's that's like perfectly flat. That's perfectly flat. So is this side. No, it's some beautiful material. I found a big piece of this at the railroad tracks. Did you see the nodule I found, Lisa? Isn't that cool? It was all black. And I picked it up and I was like, oh, I gotta clean that up. This side's all weathered here, but I was super stoked about that. And I found some smoky crystals too. I don't find them very often. Look how beautiful these are. And I did clean this one and iron out already, so they're true smoky crystals. Oh, this is gonna focus on everything else. Hold on, let me do this. Yeah. The ones along here, there we go. The ones along here. Whole book to get if you have it for your area. Roadside Geology, lots of information on rocks. Huh. I'll have to check it out. I'm constantly trying, if I'm not out here doing something on YouTube about rocks, I'm reading about them or looking them up or something. This one I think could have been a type of hand axe. Because this side has got, again, that perfectly straight edge that looks worn. Or possibly a gardening tool. Found a whole bunch of these little guys. I thought up until just the last few months ago that these were all just pieces of quartz. And now I'm starting to realize, oh, it's not all quartz. I mean, yeah, the base mineral is quartz, but a lot of them are agates. Some of them are agatized wood. Some of them are chalcedony. You know, I just thought they were all quartz. This one's got beautiful red in there. And what else? I think this one. I keep finding, I was telling Mr. C earlier, I keep finding stuff that I swear it looks like wood on the outside, but then when I cut it open, it doesn't seem like wood. And I finally figured out how to identify a wood cast that's kind of like this, the chalcedony or whatever in the middle. But there's some that are like this too that maybe that's what I'm finding, or pre-mineralized wood. Oh, it's like, oh, there it goes. I was gonna say it might not show on camera, but see, that makes me think it's wood. You see all the diagonal lines, like that would be the rings, and then it's got little squares, like wood structure. I mean, stromatolites. Oh, do we have those? I didn't think we had them. Yeah, it's like the weirdest thing because it'll seem like wood on the outside, just like this one. Like this one's got little tiny lines right there. But then when I go to cut it open, it doesn't seem like wood on the inside. Oh, yeah, I find them in the eastern part of the state. Oh, okay. I thought they were, look, I didn't think we had them in Arkansas for some reason. I don't know why. Like this one. I think this one is mudstone. But I've cut a couple of them like this open, and man, they're beautiful inside. Like it looks like a Jasper on the inside. But I thought this was wood for the longest time because of that pattern on there, but everybody keeps saying, oh, nope, it's mud. I was like, okay. Roll call, good to see you. How are you? Hope you're having a super Saturday. Oh, yeah. I didn't find this one this week, but I'll share it with you guys. I found this when I first started rockhounding, and I thought it was an agate. I was all excited because when I put the light up to it, I can see into it right here. And I was like, woohoo, I found a 5-pound agate, yeah! It's not agate. I don't know what it is. Kind of looks like wood. You know, that part. And then the lines in it are going this direction. I didn't know any better, and I cut it in the same direction. This was cut with a handsaw before I got my big wet saw. So it makes me think it's just a Chert nodule. I don't know. It's definitely got banding in it. So I'm wondering if I were to cut it the proper way, if it would show something. I love stone. You mean you like getting stoned? Or you like throwing stones? I wonder if that's one of those stromatolite things that you're talking about, Lisa. I mean, it looks like a weathered Chert, and it almost looks like wood. But I don't know. got a little bit of pink in it. Not much. I mean, I guess it kind of looks like palm wood a little bit. Could be. They look cherty and banded wood-like. Yeah, that's what that looks like. And then it also looks like dried mud that's cracked. Did you see my epic find roll call? I don't think you were in here yet. Check that out. I feel like I'm showing off my kids for the first time. Like, look it, look it, look it. I didn't find this one on camera. I found those other ones on camera. I wish I would have, because you guys would have died laughing at me out there dancing in the creek. Pretty cool. AFR. I don't know what AFR is. This one I didn't clean because I wanted to leave that red on there. Does anybody have any upcoming videos or premieres or anything? You guys are more than welcome to share your link in the chat if you want to. This one looks like it's got a fossil on the top of it right there. I did. Where did I put? Oh, I left it over there. I forgot my best fossil find. I left it sitting on the table over here. Let me grab it. Nigga, there's still rocks in here that I found these this week too, and I was washing them this morning. I can't wait to cut that one open. This one I think might be some, I don't know, solidified mudstone or... I know the ones like that I've cut open are really pretty. Matter of fact, I have one right here on the table that I cut open. This one. Same kind of stone. Look at that red in there. Don't mind the cut job. Like I said, I was cutting it with my old blade, and I shouldn't have. I should have waited. But in my defense, I really thought it was sandstone that I was going to be cutting open. Oh, okay, got it. This is the largest one I've found so far. Look. It's as long as my hand. Usually when I find them, they're like maybe 2 or 4 inches. And I think I have the top to it on the side. Well, what used to be the top. Like, I think that might have been the flower part that was in there. This one looks like it wraps around right there. Great color in that one. I know it's beautiful. I was shocked when it took me like 30, almost 45 minutes to cut that rock. I had to cut for a little while and stop, cut for a little while and stop. Because my blade's so dull. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. It's a little bit worn, but it still has fairly good detail. Like, you can tell what it is. I mean, So I had a blast all week doing the Creek Week Challenge. I was worried I really wasn't going to find something, and I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to like throw myself in the creek, or which, not that I would mind because it's hot. Did you see my amethyst I did? It's my very first one that I cut and faceted. That beautiful color contrast in there. Oh, I'm trying to hold it still. I did that with my Dremel. Oh, don't drop it. And my flat sander. It was actually a little bit challenging, which I enjoy, since I don't have all that fancy equipment, that they facet gemstones with. So it was fun. Thank you. I had fun doing it. I've made one pendant out of the amethyst so far, so that's my second time working with it. And it was my first time working with the jade. What else have we got over here? Oh yeah, this cool rock. I don't know. This thing looks like a face. It's like Paul Revere or something. Again, I was calling it sandstone, but now I think it's maybe if it is sandstone, it's a solidified sandstone. Because it will cut and polish really nicely. And you can literally see all the silica or whatever this is that's going through it. Wish that light would stay still. Or the tree, anyway. Anybody have any plans for the weekend? Good job, thank you. Who said hello, Rock Shop? My new hobby, good to see you. How are you? Have you got yourself a four-wheeler yet to haul this back to the house? Oh, no. My husband's been working on the four-wheeler, but I just don't think we're going to be able to salvage it. Because the flood, I think I was telling you, the flood took it to, I don't know, at least half a mile down the creek, and it was wedged in between two trees like this, up in the air about 8 feet off the ground. And then it was stolen from there. After we found it, like a year later, we found it. It took us that long to find it, walking around in the woods. And then we couldn't get it out because it was last summer, all the trees were grown up. We couldn't get it out. And then we went back to get it out and somebody stole it. And so we started talking, around town, and somebody said, oh yeah, we found it. We just thought it was abandoned. I'm like, on private property. What were you doing back there? So we got the four-wheeler back, but he's worked on it and taken it apart and cleaned it, and he's tried to do all kind of stuff, and it's so messed up. I can't remember what that part was called. It's was it the rear end? I forgot. I can't remember which part it was. It was circular, and it had a shaft that went into it, and there was some bearings in there, and the shaft moves like 2 inches left, right, up, down, and it's not supposed to. And on the inside, it was all shredded. There was metal shreddings everywhere. Weekends are the same as weekdays for me. So glad I found your live stream. Thank you, Loving Life. How are you? Good to see you. Red Bull Princess, how are you? Did you guys see my most epic find ever? Ta-da! I didn't find this one on camera. I found a bunch of them, but this one and that other one I did not find on camera. And I'm telling you, you guys should have seen me out there dancing around in the creek. And this one, I still can't get over how polished that. I mean, I can't even get a rock to look that shiny when I'm trying. And this one, the creek just naturally did. Just got it that shiny. Like I can, when I go to set it down, it wants to fly out of my hands because it's so smooth. Alabama, good to see you. How are you? Hey, lady watching on TV. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alabama sent sparkles. Oh, thank you, Alabama. I appreciate that. I'm listening, still folding laundry. Ew, yuck. Laundry. Grab this one too because it seemed to be a fossil. And it might not be, but it looked like, I can't ever say the name. Flat. It looks like lettuce. Like my brain just will not say this word. I want to say flagellus. It's not that. It's Sides, or I can't ever say it right. The sun was hitting this one over there. I think this one could be a piece of weathered wood. The way it's got all those lines going through it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the stromatolites because I don't know why, but for some reason I didn't think we had them here. Because I find whatever type of rock that is a lot. This is another one. And I just thought they were chalcedony, but a lot of them seem like a piece of wood. I know it's probably not going to show up on camera, but this one has what looks like. I'm still trying to learn flow pattern too. Like maybe that's what I'm seeing is flow pattern versus wood grain. I'm cooking, of course. I'm tired of folding laundry. Just throwing it in the drawer. I don't ever fold laundry. I hang most of it up. I grabbed this one because it looked like a piece of wood, but I don't think that it is. It looks more like siltstone or mudstone or something. I like to cut these sometimes because, like I said, they have the ones that are solidified will be really pretty and have cool patterns in them. There's another one that's all crystally. Have layers because they're like giant water mushrooms and grew by layers and hard to tell the difference at times. Huh. I think I have one that's agatized that Mr. Will sent me. At least that's what I think it is. Because it looks just, it's like layers and layers. It's like Stromboli, where it's just layers and layers and layers. And it's all agatized. I have to fold socks. You fold your socks? I don't fold my socks. Most of the time I just throw them in the drawer. And on a good day, I'll at least match them up and, you know, like tuck one in the other one so they're stuck together. Did you see the amethyst I did, Alabama? They probably went back to cooking already. I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy. I want to do more now. Next time I'm going to do a bigger one, though, because this was really hard to do. My big old fingers. Trying to hold it with the, and do the Dremel, and then on the flat sander. I don't have a Dob stick either, so I tried making one, but everything I tried gluing to it just comes right off. I read online you can use super glue, but I feel like I'm going to mess up the stone. And I'm so proud of the way I cut it just perfect. And I was trying to cut it with the, to show off that beautiful color difference, that band in there. I was getting it wet, so maybe you'd be able to see the, there we go, see that line? I'm so happy about it. Because at first I was like, because what I'm using that project for, I didn't want all the chevron marks in there. Like these, they're too wide for what I was needing it for. And so I was like, well, I'll cut off the end where the purple is. And then I thought, oh, I messed up the stone. But it still showed some of the band in there, so I was able to cut it that direction. That one rock has a kind of pear shape. It is a beautiful color. Thank you. This one? This one. This one I think might be an artifact. I found a couple that are almost this exact shape. But the thing is it's smooth. But bumpy, like Chert, like, or Jasper. You know, like it feels smooth, but there's bumps in it. And it fits comfortably in the hand like this. So there's this one. But I have, I think, 2 more like this I found. Flaboside. I cannot say it. Flaboside. I just cannot say the name of that fossil. Like chickamump. I can't say chickamump either. If I break it down and I say if I say like that, I can say it. When I try and put it all together, like it's tangled in my brain and doesn't come out. There's another one that originally I thought it was just sandstone or mudstone, but it's got so much banding going through it. And the ends of them are mineralized. I just don't know what they are. I was reading that my creek system here is like hyper solidified. Like Arkansas as a whole, everything has a lot of silica content to it. But this system right here, going through the Ouachita Mountains, is like ultra solidified. Wish I could stay longer, but I need to get to work. Thanks for sharing. Enjoy. Thank you, Lisa. Don't work too hard, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully you can get out to the creek and enjoy yourself. This guy looks like a horse or a dog or something. But again, it's another one that makes me think, I wonder if it's oolitic chert, because it'll have lines in it, but then it has those spots like how wood has. So I wonder if maybe I'm finding oolitic chert, and that's why it looks like wood. But I thought oolits were gonna be like perfect circular, like more defined. Be well, Lisa. Take care, Lisa. It does have an animal shape from the side. Yeah, it does. And then, did you see this one? This one looks like a face. That was cool looking. I'm gonna save this one. I want to cut this one open too. I think this one's gonna be some more of that mud type stone. I don't know. Everything seems like mudstone to me because it's all sedimentary, so it all seems like mudstone. Just got some beautiful pattern going through here. Some light colors, mineralization on the ends. It's super, super heavy. It's red inside, whatever it is. I know we do have ironstone here, but I haven't really been able to identify it yet either. Like, I'm sure I'm finding some, and I just don't know that's what it is. So it's the same material. I just like to cut these ones open because, like I said, they always have bands and beautiful inside. It's just got layers and layers and layers. I guess they just could be a solidified sedimentary rock. But that banding in there is just so pretty. Fabicite. I can't say. Every time I look at this rock, I want to say the name of it, and I can't. I just cannot say the name of that fossil. Here's that one. It's wet. And this one, when I think of what solidified sandstone would look like, this is what this one reminds me of. But then it also looks kind of fibrous up close. There is. I found one that's got a big old. Where'd it go? Let me see if I can find it. Let me think. What rock was that on? This one? Oh no, it's on this one over here. This one is one that I think is one of those mud type stones. You guys see that? So it could either be like a fossil in there, or it's super, super heavy, which is what I'm leaning towards. There's another spot there. Is a septarian nodule, like, because we don't have real septarian, dragon egg-shaped nodules here. There's some more there and there. We do have something similar where it's mineralized inside when you cut it like that. And I think that's what this one might be. Or that could just be a fossil in there. But I don't think it is, with it being on all four sides, well, three sides like that. And here's the other one I had over there. That's what I'm leaning towards on this one. I can't wait to cut it open. It's got some. Let's find the sun again here. Moving on me. It's got some beautiful bands and minerals running through there. Sometimes they're only on the outside, and sometimes they go all the way through. This one I'm thinking is going to go all the way through because it's all over the exterior and it's super heavy. CL Fantasy, it's good to see you. How are you? And this is the same as that other rock where if you look really close, it almost seems like wood structure, but when I cut them open, they just don't look like wood. They almost look like little squares. That one does kind of have a little bit of a wood pattern on the top. The wood and the mud that I find here are kind of hard to tell apart. Oh yeah, while you're here, roll call, look. We were talking about this the other day because you found one. You found a huge one. See? There's the one that I found. It's a lepidodendron tree. That's the only one I found so far. I found it right there. Right on the other side of the creek, right there. There are rocks. Yep. Who knew? Yeah, just like that one I got. Yep. Watch out, Aries. You can't stand right there, girl. Yeah, yours is huge. Yours is bigger than that. Oh yeah, yours has got way more on it. Mine is just a little section of it like this. You got like the whole tree. I think mine might actually be an impression from it. Because it goes into the rock, goes inside the rock instead of sticking up. See, those are holes. I think mine might be a fossil impression of the tree, and you have the actual tree. Seems like I did see some somewhere else when I was looking one day, but I can't remember now. It was like the tree got pushed in mud. I got the pattern on it though. Do you have a P.O. box? Do I have a P.O. box? No, Something biting me in my shoe. Hope you're having a super Saturday, CL Fantasy. You have any plans for this weekend? I have just regular mail. Wait a minute. I was trying to think if I don't even remember if my post office has them, but I think I remember seeing them in there now. It's a little teeny tiny post office. Like you walk in, turn around, that's it. What that was. So I think I jumped an elephant on the creek the other day. The day before yesterday. Yesterday, I was at the creek, like always, and I turned the corner, and all of a sudden, it sounded like Godzilla just went through the trees. Whatever it was huge. It was either that or a tree falling. I'm not sure, but I never heard the thump where the tree would hit the ground. I just heard the loud sound. I don't know what it was. Laundry folded. Winner, winner. Good job, good job. I've been trying to work on my spider carving when I get time to. I've just been so busy this week. I got some more of it done. I got it thinned out, and I drew my cobweb back on there because I'd gotten most of it wiped off. There we go. I don't know if you guys remember or not, the legs were a lot bigger because I wanted to make sure I left myself plenty of room. And I'm still working on shaping the head and the fang coming down. And I think I'm gonna cut in the lines for the webs and then just kind of pull them out just a little bit in the corners, trying to give it some of this like shading effect. And just lower it a little bit in those areas so it'll look like a shadow. Probably a moose. That's sweet. Thank you. We don't have moose. We have mule deer. We don't have moose. It sounded larger than a moose. Whatever it was. It sounded like an elephant coming to the woods. That's what it sounded like. Scared the crap out of me. And then, of course, every time I'd hear in the trees behind me, it'd startle me. And I had my dogs with me, but the one, she's real docile, and her mohawk was up and she was growling. So then it had me even more worried. Can't wait to cut open some of these nodules. This one looks like it's got, I'm not sure if it's fossil or wood. It looked like wood originally. I looked at the surface here. Then when I flipped it over, it looked kind of like that mudstone again. So I'm not sure if it's wood or if that's just a fossil in there. Oh, I think I see some lines in there now. Everywhere has moose. I'm watching on TV. Where's this? I do my diamond painting. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a super Saturday. There we go. Let me go grab some more to drink. I'll be right back, guys. Here, I didn't put my co-host is going to keep you guys company. Here, put him right here. There you go. Be nice to him. I was trying to hurry. I had my water in the fridge cold already. I just had to add my little flavor packet to it so it doesn't take too long. I actually remembered to bring my drink out with me today, but I had most of it drank before the live even started. Pee break, zebra. That we'll call him Mr. P. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's so good. I always drink flavored water. You just put the little packets in there. It's kind of like Crystal Light, but it's just some off-brand something or other with like no calories, no sugar kind of stuff. But I like the way it tastes. I don't drink it because of that. I just like the way it tastes. I don't count calories, as you guys can probably tell. I'm not a calorie counter. All those are going to be the same material. Those are the same material. This one, I think, is a Chert. I guess it could be chalcedony, but I think it's Chert. It doesn't show any signs of having color inside, but I've had several that look like this, and you cut them open, and they're amazing. So I kept it so I could cut the end off right there and peek inside and see if it's got any color. No. Found another really large nodule here. This one's covered with crystals. This one is that same kind of material where it's like a mudstone-ish type stuff. I say mudstone, but I think it's actually maybe technically a siltstone. I know we do have fine grained sandstone that can solidify too. That's really hard for me to tell apart. What am I watching? You're watching all the stuff that I collected this week during Creek Week. Sad face, okay. You polished the amethyst you cut, didn't see it sparkle. I did, it's just, I don't, I got my fingerprints all over it. And there's absolutely no sun. See. Every time I get into the sun, it moves. I polished it all the way around. I think I could probably take it up to, I think this was 3,000 grit. It's just really hard for me to hang on to being so small and not having a daub stick. I shall see. Watch someone who likes Rockgram. Hey, Arlene in chat. Jason, good to see you. How are you, Jason? Did you find that in the creek? Nope, I did not. I wish. I found it in my personal collection. It was one of these. Was it this one? It was this one I cut off. It's got, I love purple. It's my favorite color. And this one has the most beautiful stripes. I guess they're called bands in a crystal too, but that two-tone color, the lighter color and the darker purple on the bottom. Been better, lungs are still bothersome. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for that, CL Fantasy. I think we have amethyst here, but It's not very common. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. I almost lost it. You want to see the best epic find that I found this week, Jason? Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? And it is still super sharp. I would imagine it was hafted here on this part. I'm not sure. But that's usually why that little piece is there, for them to haft it onto the stick. That's awesome. Thank you. I was super excited about it. I wish I would have got it on camera when I found it, because you guys would have died laughing at me dancing in the creek. A couple of these, like this one, I did get on camera. That one's got the most awesome curve in it. I'm not sure what this one would have been. I don't know if it would have been like a blade or what, but you can see the worked areas on the tip there. Fell off the ladder at work and my knee's been bothering me. I hit 2 roofs and then a shed and then the ground. Holy shit, Miner. I'm glad you're okay. I mean, I know that's all that's wrong is just your knee. Did you get it checked out? Stick welder in hand. Oh, that could have been horrible. Gravity. Right? Oh, man. Oh, me, I would have been at the emergency room like, I'm dying. Oh, big baby. I found these two on different days in different spots in the creek. And they both have that same shape, same sharp edge. I imagine they were used for something. This one, I'm not quite sure. It looks like it was worked and it's just been really river worn. And this one, it's got really nice tool marks on it. Ribs a bit sore, but back at it Monday morning at 3 a.m. I would have milked it. I would have been like, honey, I need my feet rubbed with a big chocolate cake and some champagne and a back rub. Yeah, I'm still working on this piece of jade here. I had started carving it, and then I realized the shape that I was doing, I wasn't going to be able to polish it. So then I had to revamp the idea, and I can barely get a polish on it like this. Very minimal. So I don't think about maybe trying to figure out something else to do for the cupcake challenge. So I'm gonna put the jade and the amethyst together. I figured the green and the purple, and then I've got this real light pink quartz to go with it too. 3 of them look really good together. Like perfect for a cupcake. Shut down. The mill should be working now. 18-hour days. Oh man. Monday I got a CT scan on my chest looking for either pneumonia, cancer. I'd rather go back to work on my shop. Oh, I bet. Well, I hope everything goes good Monday for you, Jason. I'll be sending some good vibes, and hopefully it's just some pneumonia. Or do you smoke cigarettes? Or did you smoke cigarettes either? Yeah. I know I need to quit. I can hear myself breathing in my videos a lot. Like gasping for air. Alright, and we'll put some of these over here. Out of the way. I took my strainer with me, but I didn't make it far enough down the creek to use my strainer on this week, but hopefully this coming week, next week, I'll be able to. I'm gonna go all the way to the end, past where I found all this stuff, further down the creek, and I haven't been down that far yet, but I do know that there's a huge rock bar down there. I want to go see if I can find some more artifacts, because I really think that they're coming from upstream. I don't think they're coming this side of the closer to my house. I think where I was at hunting is where they're coming from, and further, of course. But there's a bunch of big trees up there. Oh, that was almost my toe. Or the tree is right on the edge of the creek. Half of the tree is the root system, half of it's underwashed, so the tree could fall at like any time. But I think that's where they're coming out in that creek embankment along those trees. Because I've went down both sides of this creek for a long ways, both going upstream and downstream, and I can hardly. I think once I found something in the creek wall. Because it seems like when I see other people hunting for artifacts and stuff, this will be jammed into the side of the creek wall, and this is sticking out. And I've looked and looked, and I just don't see anything. Yeah, so not too long ago, I remember you were doing that, Miner. Quit last November, but smoked for 38 years. For a lot of people say that if you smoke more than 35 years that you shouldn't quit. I know that sounds weird. You know, I hear old timers say that kind of stuff all the time, because, not that I'm calling you an old timer, I'm saying I hear other people that are old timers say that. Like, they'll say that, or they'll say, don't go get it checked, because once you get it checked and you have your, you get cut open, it like makes it spread and all this kind of wives' tales and different things. I don't know how true they are. Congrats, my sister's fighting bone cancer, and my parents and grandparents and 6 uncles passed. Oh my goodness, Jason, I'm so sorry. As I light a cigarette. I hope the best for you, bud. Yep, me too, roll call. I agree, it got worse after I quit. It's not easy to quit, I'll tell you that. I've tried. Let me think. The beginning of this year, when it was New Year's, I quit then. And then I quit last year for my birthday. And then I quit 2 more times last year. You know what I mean? Like, I tried and tried. I didn't successfully quit. I tried to quit through that. It's the hardest thing. Like, I've done drugs and alcohol and all kinds of stuff, but I can't quit. I just can't quit smoking. And I've got medicine to take too, the like Chantix type stuff, but I'll do really good and I'll be all, I can do this, I'm gonna do it this time. And I'll take my medicine for like a month and I'll be smoking very few cigarettes, and something happens and I say F it and stop taking the medicine and just keep smoking, and I don't know. Lost both of my parents to cancer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Minor. Still smoking, chew tobacco. I just couldn't afford to buy cigarettes no more. That helped me. You know, I can't afford to buy it either. Look, I'm sure you guys notice in my videos, like, the camera makes it look bright orange. Like I've been eating Cheetos, but they're stained from tobacco because I roll my own cigarettes. So when you do that, you see that? Stains your fingers. I noticed it in my last video. I was like, why is my orange, it's fluorescent orange. Like, I know they're stained from the tobacco, but the camera really brought it out. Yeah, it does. Very vivid dreams. But I'm used to, I have those on a regular basis anyway, so it didn't seem out of normal for me. Yeah, I can't afford to buy cartons of cigarettes. I haven't been able to buy cartons of cigarettes in a long time. But that's because I moved here and I don't work anymore. My other sister died, and I was even on oxygen tank and still wouldn't quit. My dad had lung cancer and smoked. Yep, I was seeing a lot of people like that too. Was it my grandmother? My great grandmother and my grandmother both did that. What do you call it? Stuff? Snuff? Is it snuff where they put it in their mouth? It's like powdery stuff. And I think they both. And then on my dad's side too, I think they had cancer too. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot of my family history. Seems like they did. 2 days of passing, and he went into the hospital. 2 days later, he was gone. Oh, wow. I hear that happens, like, more often than not. Like I just said, like roll call said, those people say, they felt better and could breathe better, and a lot of people, it goes back to that where they say, oh, don't get it checked, and once you cut it open, it'll spread. I hear them say that all the time, because if you don't know about it, you don't worry about it, and then when you go to the doctor, now you know you have it, and then they do surgery, and they cut it open, and they try to fix it, and then it just gets worse, and then 2 days later, 2 weeks later, what have you, they're gone. There must be something to it, because it does happen a lot. That one might be a fossil. Oh, it kind of looks like fossil looking too. Just for reference, here, I don't know. I didn't buy name brand cigarettes. Like just a cheap brand of cigarettes was it $7? I don't know, 6 something, maybe $7 just for like the cheap brand, like 24/7 or Sundance or Maverick, or one that's got a Native American on there, where it's like a half cigarette, half cigar thing. The last time I bought name brand cigarettes, I don't even know. I didn't have gray hair, I know that. It was a long time ago. Mom didn't go to the doctor until she pneumonia. Wouldn't go away, and she started going to the doctor and gave her 3 months. So for 10 minutes, passed in her living room. Yeah. $10 a pack in 2025. Yeah, so I haven't bought Marlboros in so long, I don't even know. I know they were up there. Oh yeah, I forgot about this little guy. Some kind of fossil. Got a piece of coral, or maybe even a branch. I'm not sure. I don't even think about what that is. I don't even imagine how much it would cost me to smoke marbles nowadays. I smoke at least a pack of cigarettes a day. Let's see. I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. My husband smokes a pack of cigarettes a day. That's 2 packs a day. It's $20 a day times. That's a good day. So let's say we smoke 3 packs between the two of us, a pack and a half. That'd be $30 a day times 30 days in a month. Oh my goodness. I do more than my electric bill, my everything. These over here out of the way. Lipidodendron tree back up here before I lose it. Like I said, that's the only one I found. I found a couple of them. Look like they might have that square pattern in it like that from the tree, but that's the nicest one so far that I found, like the best crisp pattern. The other ones just look like real faint and washed out, like maybe that's what it is, maybe not. My cheap cigarettes are $7. Yeah, that's about what they are here. I just don't know how much I'm sure the marbles are about that. Hey, my drink is getting hot already. How fast? Alright, let me move these. Ooh, it's getting warm out here. Here we go. I was originally going to do a really deep swirl on this, kind of like ice cream. The icing on the cupcake, like that. So it was 4-dimensional, circular, to go on top of this as the base for my cupcake. Then I realized, like I said, I couldn't polish it that way. So I was going to do it like that, flat, but then it kind of loses its, it's like lackluster then with it being flat. So Trying to think of another way I could do it. Flat like that, so I can polish it and then just inlay the amethyst into it like that. But then it kind of looks like a tree. Like that. Or cut into the jade and inlay the amethyst, but might just save these for some, use the amethyst for something and then make a different type of cupcake. I picked this one because it's a softer stone and it had these bands in there and I thought it would make a cute cupcake. But I was really wanting to do some amethyst and jade because I hadn't worked with them yet. Just can't figure out how to do my design to where it'll, I could do the design and make it come out the way I wanted it, I just can't polish it. And so it's kind of pointless to have a beautiful piece of amethyst and jade in it not be polished. Around 10 pack. Remember when Copenhagen was 99 cents? Everything is overpriced these days. You can say that again. My problem is my sander. You guys have seen my well, the sander I can do any shape because I have my Dremel, but to be able to polish, I've got flat polishing pads. I've got these that'll fit on my drill that are smaller, you know, they're like this big that I can use, but they still don't get down into the, like into the grooves and on the, around the, like if I were to do a circular shape with any kind of lines and everything. So that's the issue I'm having. I had a really cute idea. I mocked it up on my phone to show you. I got a picture on here. See, here's what I had in my head. This is what I planned on doing. But when I make those lines, when I carve out those lines, then I can't polish it anymore. I could polish it ahead of time and then put the lines in there, but then it'll take out all the little lines won't be polished and all those little carved lines and the icing won't be polished. Well, I'm gonna drop it. It's $9. Oh, wow. I did this on my AI app. See, there's my drill attachment. It's soft, the foam on there, so it'll, you know, polish rounded things, but it's, like I said, it just won't get down into the grooved areas, the small areas. The only way it would work is if I were to make it big like this. Then I would be able to get in there and polish it. I gotta get some of these little tips to go on my Dremel for polishing the grooves. Don't forget, if you guys have any upcoming videos or premieres or anything, or if you want to share your channel link, you're more than welcome to in the chat. I can't, for the life of me, I've been trying to make a daub stick where you take, I'm essentially making something like this, where I take a stick and it's got a flat surface to where I can glue the piece that I'm working to the top, like that, in the middle. So that way I can do it like this without catching my fingers, because I'll be able to get this to a higher shine too, I think, because it's really hard for me to try and hold it with it being that small and sanding it. But I can't find, I've tried using clear nail polish, and I've tried using the hot glue gun, and I've got some, what else is that? It's like a modeling clay or something, and I'd put it on there and let it dry, because I figured once it was dry it would stay in there. Then the second I put it on the sander, it pops right out. I can't smoke at work, so I chew. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, especially with those long days. I released a new video yesterday. Oh, cool. Do you have the link? Roll call? Great finds. I gotta go out for a few. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you, CL Fantasies. You too. I appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful weekend. I already got my little sprinkles made up. Oh, I just spilled them. You see that on camera? Yeah. Bunch of little gemstones. Made that red one too small, but I think I'll use that red one to make a little cherry on top. That's why I tried to make a daub stick, but I just don't. I saw where you could use super glue, and then you have to use acetone to soak it to get it off of there. I don't have any acetone. Think heat would just release it? I tried gluing my turtle back together, but it just keeps breaking. I'm just gonna go put him over there with my little trolls in the garden. I've glued that leg back 2 or 3 times. I'll have to make one thicker next time. I really didn't think that was too thin. I didn't think it would break being that big. I guess so. It doesn't help that I dropped it several times. Yeah, I've read about the super glue and the ashes. I'm worried about getting it off. Like if I glue it to the amethyst, what I was reading online is that I would have to use soak it in acetone to get it off. I don't have any acetone. I've got fingernail polish remover, but it's not pure acetone. That's an old trick, ashes and super glue. I've never used it for rocks, but I used it for other stuff. Razor blade. Oh yeah, that might work. I just bought Elaine a brand new pack of those. I don't know where they call it. It's not an X-Acto knife, but they look like scalpels. They're razors, you know, you can interchange the handle and change the tips. Is it X-Acto knife? Oh, I can't remember that. Redneck stuff. Yeah. Thinking if I make these a little wider, I might be able to do it on my grill with that sanding pad. Alright, find out anyway. I don't think I've ever done a live on a Saturday before. I always do my premieres on Saturdays. Did your wife make up her mind what she wanted yet, Miner? That's asking for a miracle, asking a woman to make up her mind. Wonder. Maybe if I make one layer and then polish it, and make a layer and then polish it, if that would work. I did have this all the way carved out. And then I sanded it down to see how far I could get it to a polish before it loses all of its shape. There's hardly any shape left now. Later, Jason. 406. Y'all take care. Have a good day, roll call. Later, stay cool in the heat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your weekend. Don't work too hard. Make sure you stay hydrated because you're always out there working. Beer and AC here. I don't really like beer. I never really did. I haven't drank in years now. I've pretty much quit. Plus the medicine I'm on now, I can't drink alcohol, but thinking about it makes me want to puke. I used to drink really, really bad. Bad. I drink like a half a gallon of vodka by myself. Oh, it was I was a happy, lovey-go-lucky drunk until something, I don't know when, but at some point something would snap in my brain. And then it wasn't very pretty. Let's see, what is that? What, 80? AC does sound, well, that creek actually sounds good to me versus AC, but that one maybe. Let's see if this will work. Try it on my drill. Man, where did I leave my brush at? Somewhere. There it is. Definitely have to do a beer run today. Store is 100 yards from the house. Drove the grandkids Barbie truck one time to go get beer videos on the channel. Oh, Lord. I could picture you doing that. It's probably still a DUI. I guess depends on the state that you're in. Alright, let's try the other part, see if it'll work on there. I could so see you in the Barbie truck. I'm thinking if I stair step it, that I might be able to carve one section, polish it, and then stair step, and polish in between each section. It's the wrong tip. Run to the store. All private roads. There are no private roads in Montana. Yeah. You're not supposed to be able to get arrested for drunk in public on your own property either in the state of Arkansas, but it happens. Sorry about that. I went to pin the video and it actually took me to it. There we go. That way I'll be able to pull it. Well, it'll take me, I think. I know what I'll do. I'll go in here on my phone, Wi-Fi, and then I can watch it. I was thinking that I would have to wait for a day or two for the live to process before I could go in there and see the chat to be able to go to the link, but I'll do it this way, then I'll be able to. Excuse me. Holy cow, it's 3 o'clock already. Holy cow, it's 3 o'clock already. Why won't it let me click that? I'm trying to click it from here, but it's not letting me. I'll have to copy and paste it when I go inside from my laptop and watch it. It says there's 8 people here, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, Kat said she was watching on TV, and then Alabama's cooking. All right, let's see. Little sucker's hard to hang on to. Yeah, this might work. I just gotta change out the tip. I wonder I'm so hungry. I thought it was still like 1 o'clock. I'll use this one. Should be working on my spider. How did I do that? Sent chili. Thank you for the chili. Yeah, only me. I think I'm the only person that can get one of these little wrenches stuck to their drill. Chili does sound good. I make chili in the winter a lot, but I like eating it in the summertime too. I don't know what that notification was that just came up. How's Hellcat doing? I haven't heard you talking about him lately. Mean as ever. Alright, so I did the bottom layer and I polished it. So now I just kind of carved the next tier up. I'm going to see if I can polish that and then just keep working my way up. In theory, it should work. We'll see. I'm gonna get my super glue and try it. I've got still dick. Now he tries to be a parrot, 45-pound cat with claws trying to be on my shoulder. Sucks. Don't spook him, huh? So yeah, I can polish there and the next tier up and stuff. It's just that one line right there doesn't polish. I guess if I could at least get... Hey, that'll work. Yeah. That's what I'll do. Let me go grab my super glue. I'll be right back. Okay, got my glue. It's everyone but my grandkids. The new neighbor is terrified of them. No peace, zebra. I thought about it when I was walking away. I forgot to put them up there. He's still here. I just forgot him. Alright, what do I want to try to use? Let me think. I think one of these would break too easy. I think I'll just use a nail. See, these things are crap. I don't even know what they make them for because they don't do nothing. I think they're cut-off wheels, but they, that's what happens every time I try to use them and cut anything or do anything. They break. They literally just shatter. Guess I could grind them up and use them in my tumbler. Oh, that one's thicker. I think I should have tried this one with my hot glue gun. I was thinking about one of these since it's got the grooves in there. It'll give it the glue something to stick to. Yeah, which nail I want to use? I got a huge nail right here I was going to use. Might be too big. Find these when I'm rockhounding all the time. I guess maybe they used them on old homesteads. Glue this to that. And then glue my stone to it. It might work. But then the stone would be in the middle. It'd be too big, thick. Dirt all under my nails. I guess it'll work if I use the drill instead of the flat sander. You don't want a bobcat. They're cute when they're little and menace when they grow. You think dog food is expensive, think of a meat eater. Yeah, I can imagine. I know my horse was expensive. That's the only thing that keeps me from having a large animal. It's the cost of food. Let's see if this works. Oop, I gotta put too much glue on there. It freaks out when it's checkup time. I can imagine. We just took our these girls to the vet not too long ago, and they got fixed. And that was the first time they'd been to the vet ever. They still have PTVD. Like if I tried to get them to go in the truck now, they're all hesitant. And before, I would have to fight them to keep them out of the truck if I was going to the store or something. They were trying to get in there. Now they're all leery, like, oh, I don't know about getting in the truck. Last time he put me in the truck, he took me to that place where they did those things. The bad part is that black pit bull, she's animal aggressive. And then the Rottweiler is human aggressive. Only because she hasn't been socialized, because we live in the middle of nowhere, so she wasn't properly socialized. When I took him to the vet, of course, there's some lady walking her horse as soon as I get him out of the truck. And neither one of them are leash trained or nothing. They're just straight country dogs. I mean, they know how to give me their paw and sit and speak, real basic manners like that, but that's it. It was definitely an eventful day. Let that dry a little bit longer. Dropped all these the other day and I still haven't put them back in there yet. Look at people's face and it's hunting a huge dog carrier with something hissing and hopping, thrashing around. Oh, hauling a huge dog. Oh, yeah. That guy's got a, what do you call it? Hellhound back there. Or a Tasmanian devil. Rougarou. Rougarou. I think it's dry. Now we're going to do a test piece. What I'm thinking is that piece being so small and that end of the dog part being too big. I'm thinking it should work as long as I use it on my drill. Or trying to do it on a flat sander, it might not work. I'll have to get a smaller nail setup to use it on my flat sander. Alright, let's try it to see. Of course, I don't have a knife out here. I had a knife in my bag, but I don't know what happened to it. It's not here for some reason. Which is strange. Usually if I use it, I put it back where I got it from, but... I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, as long as I can get it off with a knife, I'll be good. Stay anyway. Beer run, BRB. Okay. I'll probably actually gonna wrap the live up here soon. I'm gonna go start dinner. I was just goofing around. I remember Lane sharpening my knife for me, but I don't remember. I could have swore I put it back. Well, at least it holds, because everything else I tried yesterday, the day before, it just kept popping right off. I figured the super glue would work, but as long as I can get it off after I'm done polishing it, that'll be the test. Alright, let's see if this does it. Did that next layer. That was fast. You must have just went to the refrigerator instead of across the street. Oh, cross-contamination. So I get free as an old polishing pad. That's just a practice run anyway. Yards away, faster in the Barbie truck, but it's charging. Oh, you did go across the street? That's what I miss about living in town. Almost get in there. If I make them a little bit wider, make the design overall a little bit bigger and for space further apart, bubblier, and I should be able to do it. Under the batteries. Alright, Miner, I think I'm gonna wrap up the live so I can go get my dinner started and get my dogs and everybody fed. And I'm gonna go test my knife and see if I can get this off. That way I'll know if I can use it that way or not. I hope so. That'll be a lifesaver. What just fell? Huh. Heard something fall. What was it? Ah, what's that? Oh, I heard something. I need to put rubber tires on instead of the plastic ones it has on, even maybe 4x4. I've seen them where they've taken modify them and do all kinds of stuff with them. Just glue it onto a stick with no cutoff wheel. Yeah, I could do that too. That's what I tried doing yesterday, but I didn't use, well, I tried using super glue to do to glue up another little piece of wood onto a piece of wood to make a T to put a stone on, and my wood wasn't sticking together with the super glue. And so then I tried hot glue, and it worked, but then it doesn't have a strong enough hold. The second it hits the sander or the polish or anything, it pops right out. So I think as long as when I go in and I'm gonna check this with a knife, as long as I can take that off with a knife, then I'll be okay, because then I know I can put it on there and I can use a stick or whatever. It doesn't matter. I just didn't want to, because when I read online, I had to use acetone to get it off, and I was like, well, shit, I don't have any acetone. I got fingernail polish remover, but it's non-acetone fingernail polish remover. You think so? I'll have to try it. I figured it would still come off even without them, but we'll try it and see. Alright, nothing but a will and a way. If I can get it to work, I've got a bunch of jade and amethyst and all kinds of stuff I can start to facet. I got some opals, beautiful red flash in it and stuff that Alabama sent me, some black opals and all kind of stuff. Get a heat and a razor blade. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it a try. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you hanging out, chit-chatting with me. For all the tips and advice. Definitely helps. I don't know who's still all in here. Kat, are you still here? Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Alabama, thank you. I appreciate you being here too. I gotta go watch this Barbie truck video. Okay, laundry just finished drying back for folding. Awesome live. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, enjoy folding your laundry. I know that's gonna be a blast. Enough beers, anything can be a blast. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all being here. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful rest of their weekend. I'll be back probably in a day or two. I plan on doing some more lives this week. We'll be watching something on YouTube. Yeah. You and me both. Well, I'll be listening while I'm in the kitchen anyway. Bye, guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome.